All right, so we basically start, thank you for being here.
I'm already here.
You're like
You came.
single digits interview still. You're like
Whoa.
number 4.
Okay.
Number 4. Releasing one, which I should have uploaded before I left home today. But you know, it's fine. I don't work tomorrow. I'll stay up and wait for it. Got one filmed, done, working on, and then we're filming yours today. So
Okay.
This is great. Thank you so much.
This is a cool project for you.
Yes. I've learned so much already.
Yeah.
Everyone is so interesting. And we've had like some repeat answers to questions.
Oh.
So like, I'm so excited for the next new person because I'm like, oh man, what are they gonna say?
Yeah.
Like, this is super cool. But we start with a question which I'm still trying to figure out how to ask because it potentially gets deep, but it's like, but it's in your court, the ball. So, oh man, I thought about it today, a good way to ask it. You satisfied with your childhood?
Yeah.
Cool. You feel like it set you up pretty good for adulthood? Like,
here's the thing. Yes. I feel like it's super important to always take the approach of, we've been going over this in my course, win, learn. So I feel like that I had a good like nuclear family, grew up just fine. And I think we all have like hardships or things about school that didn't go well, or things about activities that didn't go well, or but I think you can always then try at least to reflect and learn and grow from them. So when I see things like patterns coming up, I can be like, oh, I wonder where that came from. And then in the recognizing, then I think you can sort of work with it and move through it, of course.
yeah. Do you feel like...
It's helpful to have a therapist, too.
Yeah, it's very helpful to have professional help on your side. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Firm advocate for therapy. Do you feel like there's an important ingredient for having the ability to learn from those experiences, be it good or bad? Like it takes a certain something, or do you feel like it's just perspective or time?
I think perspective, and I think it is useful to have an outside perspective sometimes. That's a lot of times an outside perspective can see and crystallize things in a way that when you're in an experience or you've been in an experience, you cannot, because it's so rich for you, the experience, but someone else can observe it without so much feeling, and that makes it easier.
Yeah, perspective is a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that till like just a few years ago. Like,
me either.
if you're facing an issue, if you look at it from enough angles, you're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
And you get different angles from different people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perspectives.
And I guess like, what was the question you asked me before? Is there a skill, or is there...
Or do you think it took something in particular to be able to turn those experiences into like learn?
So the catalyst thing then is being willing to talk to people, I think, and being willing to share.
Yeah.
And then it's in that you have those experiences. So when you feel comfortable or safe, be it like a friend or a partner or a therapist relationship, and you can share, then that's like the catalyst.
Yeah,
We're
and that's the
seeing
cool thing about therapy is they're forced to listen.
Yeah!
Like, you know,
Got you right here.
yeah, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You don't have to go out and search for a friend
Nope.
or, put a lot of energy into a relationship really if you don't want
Yeah.
to. There's professionals there.
Good job.
And yeah, you just unload on them and they got no choice but to help. It is their job. I'm sorry, but you got to hear all
Woo!
of
Thank
this.
you.
Yeah, but I agree. Yeah, perspective is huge, and something is ingrained in us, and it's become almost innate to be ashamed of wanting to talk, and it's like embarrassing to have something to talk about.
Yeah.
And I don't know where that came from or how heavy it was in other generations, because obviously I wasn't there. But for mine, I feel like a lot of millennials have issues other than just being outspoken on social media about, and in a humorous way, because that's how we all cope. That's the easiest one. But yeah, it takes a lot of effort to want to put yourself out there.
Yes. Yes.
And it's scary.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
Because that's like the connection in the relationship is where everything happens all of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the most difficult part. But it's the most rewarding.
Yeah.
Like once you do it.
Duh.
Yeah. It's the hardest one, but the most rewarding. That makes sense. Number 2. Oh, what do you currently do? Like, what is your career?
My face. Currently, how will I say this succinctly? I am a yoga teacher. I am a reformer, Pilates instructor.
Okay.
I am a movement professional mentor. I am an owner and CEO of 2 yoga studios and a reformer Pilates studio.
Would you put like horse rider in there? What's the term? No?
I don't know.
Because you compete. Competitive horse rider.
Oh, not so much. No, I'm
never
a
done it.
baby lesson horsey person.
Novice horse.
Novice
Novice horse girl.
Novice runner.
Okay.
Novice horse person.
Cool.
Novice gardener.
Good hobbies, good side things.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Are you familiar with the term passion?
Yes.
What does it mean to you?
Can I just make one of these?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
It's something that flows from you or me effortlessly.
Effortlessly.
Yeah, mostly effortlessly. It flows,
Yeah.
and it like really flows. And
Yeah.
sometimes the effort is in containing or organizing or creating systems for.
Yeah, to facilitate that.
Yeah, because it's a lot.
Yeah, because we're built to kind of streamline every process.
Yeah.
So if we're streamlining the really good things, it just makes them that much more accessible.
Yes,
And that
accessible
much
and
more-
potent.
Yeah.
And efficient.
Oh yeah,
and
because you can
beautiful.
tap right into it.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I can walk out the door with my camera.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yep.
This is going to be a good time.
Yeah, because it just like comes through you or from you or something.
Yeah.
Mine's about moving.
Okay.
Everything like kind of happens in the context of movement.
Constantly? Like, is that how your brain's going all the time?
A lot of the time.
Okay.
A lot of the time.
I know you've cursed me since yoga training to like observe everyone's walking habits. And I hate it because I'm watching people and I'm like, man, what is going on with your hip right now?
Oh.
Like, what is going on? Why are your feet turned this way? Why is
Yeah.
that one that way? Like, and it's all day. It's my brain all the time now. Like,
I'm sort of like the way you describe it has like a little bit of a vibe to it.
Yeah.
And my vibe is like, whoa.
It's frustrating because I just want to go talk to them.
Yeah, no.
Like, hey, what's up, man? Like, I don't mean to sound crazy, but you need to stretch.
Stretch. Or sometimes you'll just see people walking like, I just noticed things out here where, I don't know, I was watching these 3 guys up there. And just the way like somebody like leans back and talks to somebody else, or so there's like this like this like flow about the way that they move or something. And everybody kind of has their own like unique little flow in the way that they move. And some are a little more flowy and some are a little bit more linear in their movement. And it's just really, it's really interesting.
Very interesting. I never paid attention to it before.
And everything moves, like everything moves.
Yeah,
You know?
our plants.
Yeah.
All day.
Everything moves.
All day. I'm working on time lapses of it.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
Isn't
those
that
are cool. How are you currently pursuing your passion? Have you identified your personal passion?
I don't think maybe.
Okay.
So I like to move.
Yes.
Currently, that is coming. Well, it's been coming out through yoga for about 20 years. And then I have been trying other movement modalities in the last 5 years or so. And then, you know, I get interested then in like, how am I walking? How are my feet moving when I'm walking? How does my hip swing to the side when I'm walking or running? Or how are my arms moving? Because a lot of it is like when you're trying to learn a new modality, there's already kind of an established, efficient way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard so I'm like, all right, how am I supposed to move in this scenario? And how am I supposed to move in that scenario? And that's been really interesting for me to try to learn.
That's one of the nice things about living in this time. There's not a whole lot of new things.
Yeah.
You know, you just like follow what's been proven.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
okay, this is what's supposed to be happening. How
Yeah.
far off am I from what's supposed to be happening right now? And that's really handy these days. What triggered that, curiosity about 5 years ago when you said you started trying different things?
I don't know. I think sometimes when you've done something for a very long time, you can either like get tired of it, but you could also start to see like underlying patterns. And then you realize that it's not just yoga that has patterns that go like this.
Yeah.
But then there's like Pilates that has patterns that also go like this. And just trying to teach my body to do different patterns, I think. So in riding, riding is a totally new pattern that I am not good at all, really. I'm going through a real phase of just knowing that I am unskilled, which is a wild place to be.
Yeah, super uncomfortable. Yeah.
So hard to be. And so I'm in this phase of being like really frustrated.
Yeah.
And super disappointed. But then I have to call back that perspective a little bit and be like, you are learning something that your body doesn't know.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's
making new connections.
Ooh, yeah.
It's tough.
Which is good for me.
It is.
But it's hard.
Definitely. I just recently learned that, like, leaning into the uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I still refuse to do it on a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm not jumping off of anything.
No. I'm gonna like dip my toes into things until I'm comfortable enough.
I mean, literally, I'm not jumping off of anything. I'm not jumping out of anything. I'm not jumping off of cliffs into high water. I'm not jumping.
Stay clear of trampolines.
Yes. Well, the trampolines.
So, how did you build? What made you decide, yoga empire? Movement
empire.
Yeah, movement empire specialist.
I don't know. I guess I just felt like if I was going to spend so much of my time practicing this thing, then I might as well. It's sort of like you're still, you're not doing it yoga people freak out about that, but. It's like you're developing a different facet of something, And it kind of got to be like, if I want to keep doing this in the way that I have been doing it, which is like maintaining a practice and, you know, having that open practice time that I want, I'm going to have to also, you know, make it my business and my career.
Yeah.
You know, or I'm going to have to go get another job, which might really inhibit me from doing the things that I like to do.
Yeah.
You know, so then it's like, okay, so to support this, I'm going to have to figure something out.
Okay. And then that sparked just turning it into business.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
That's like
Mostly,
a natural next step then if you're going down that path. Like
we started the first tapas because we had started practicing a particular style of yoga that wasn't really being practiced a whole lot.
Okay.
And we were just like, everybody needs to do this.
Yeah, you
know?
gotta share it.
So, but then that energy, you can ride that energy for a while, but at some point, that energy has to change and be more supported in some kind of way.
Yeah, yeah. If you're that passionate about it, you want to do it that much.
Your life.
Yeah,
you fix your life.
Adjust things to accommodate that.
Yep.
That makes sense. People notice when business people or entrepreneurs like yourself are investing in themselves.
Yeah.
To stand out and to set the bar.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing something that literally nobody else is in the area.
Somebody else said that I had that call today, and she was like, and I'm like, ugh, I gotta write an email, like, ugh. And she was like, I just love your emails.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, great.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah, and she's like, people are like, I just love what you're doing. So exciting what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, thanks, because like, I'm trying.
Because I have no idea.
Yeah.
But those are the best compliments, are the ones like you're saying, where you're frustrated, you're unsure.
Yeah.
And you're sending these things off, waiting for responses because you're doing something new. And there's no guarantee that it's going to be positive.
No.
But, wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah.
I will take that. That's a win.
You know what's also interesting? When it's not positive, but then you can also be like, it's being noticed.
Yeah. Still worth talking about.
Yeah.
Still worth bringing up.
Yeah.
I like that because you're still making someone feel something.
Yeah.
I want somebody to tell me. On to question 5. What's like a hard lesson you've learned, or something that you overcome, something you can look back on and you're like, man, yeah, I made it through that. It could be business, life.
This is something that I'm still working on.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect. Even better.
Okay. I think just being or like embodying who I am and letting that be public. Okay. And I suspect a lot of people experience that. It's like visibility, Mm-hmm. And that's hard, because you're always worried about what people will think or, how you're going to come off. Like I've been having that little dialogue, like, what will people think when they see this? So that's something that I'm continuing to work with, and just like, it's like, what shirt do I feel like wearing today? It's so stupid, like, what shirt do I feel like wearing today? And then sometimes I'm like, well, I have, this client and I have that client. And I have all kinds of different people I'll see in a day. And then at some point I'm like, just wear whatever shirt I want,
Can't please everyone.
Yeah, you can't please everyone. But let's take a bit, like, kind of, I'm a little bit of a people pleaser. I'm a helper. So for me to just decide what shirt I feel like wearing, or to make it was kind of a big deal for me to like start putting like images of my face on my social media. Yeah. That's big stuff. Bold.
Yeah. And you naturally have a large audience already because of your businesses and the name you've made already and established with.
It's different though.
It's
different from being like this to being like this.
yeah. Yeah.
But I also feel like there's a certain amount of growth that can happen like this, and then there's another level of growth that can happen.
And the thing that's cool about social media is recognizing that the people who are following you want this.
Right.
They want that's
Right.
what they're following you for.
Right.
I want to know what you're up to. I
Right,
want to know
exactly.
what you're like. Like
Yeah.
maybe we could be friends.
Yeah. Oh, she likes this. I think that all the time. Like, I'll see something, like I follow people who live in Victorian houses. We have like an old Victorian house. And I'm like, oh, she also likes old lamps or something, you know, whatever it is. But that is what is nice about social media, that you can make little connections and you can see people who are willing to be seen in very, almost like intimate kind of ways.
Yeah.
It's people's homes and I don't know.
Yeah. And I personally feel like, you know, that was the original intent of social media. Was those interactions.
Do you feel like it's swinging back a little bit to more?
I hope so, because everyone's getting so fed up with all the ads and how basically controlled they are by it. Where like I study it a lot, especially with like photography and stuff, the algorithms and all that. Yeah. But I still openly refuse to participate in it. Like, I'm gonna stay low key. I'm gonna use my Instagram as my portfolio, really. Yeah. And like, any further right now, I really don't want. I want to put in the personal legwork first. Like, but I like, just to circle back around, how you used picking out your shirt in the morning as an example, because some people, like myself, I never realized. It's simple things like that that are empowering. Yeah. To just not give a fuck about anything else. I'm going to wear this. Yeah. Because I want to. I want to. It makes me feel, you know, slightly better than shitty. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But that's real. Those are empowering choices, bold choices, potentially. Potentially. For certain people, some people have no issue with it. Yeah. And that's just their makeup, you know, but for other people it's like, oh yeah, that's actually, you know, I'm a 43-year-old mom and I feel like wearing this shirt. And like what you use is, I don't feel like you ever are done learning with that. Right. Like there's no end game there. It's just once you accept that, it's fine. Yeah, you can move on to other things, because that one's gonna always just be a process. Yeah. You got like a life lesson to share, like a saying, a quote, anything that resonates with you, that sticks with you, that's brightens up a dull day for you? I just like yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. Yes, you can. That is easy. No, I don't have anything really profound. Just, you know, sometimes I'm like, I don't want. Yes, you can. Cool. Yes, you can. That's super simple. My little, like, if I had a parrot. You know. I love that I'm confirming through these interviews so far is it is simple stuff like that. It doesn't need to be a huge, profound quote from somebody or a chapter of a book or, you know. It's too long to carry in your pocket. Yeah, yeah. You gotta carry it everywhere. But it's something like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And get me through it. Yes, you can. Perfect work. There'll be, you know, have you heard about the bus theory? What is that? You ready for this? Yeah, drop it. So we went to this business meeting once. We took like this offer that we had to the SBA, and we told him all the details, and we're like, should we? And he was like, see that bus station down there? And we were like, yeah. And he's like, what happens after one bus leaves? And I was like,
Another one pulls back up.
Yeah.
That's a bus theory.
Yeah, that's true.
There'll be another bus for you.
Yes, please. We're gonna end it there. But please go ahead and tell the folks, anyone who's watching, where they can find you, what you do, website, socials, what current projects you're working on.
Cool. So yeah, I Tapas Yoga Shala in Quad Cities, Illinois, Iowa. We have in-person classes, so I do a lot of in-person one-to-one work, teacher training, like you said, I'm really into that. And my current pet project, which developed out of working with teacher trainers, is mentoring teachers in a way that helps them be more profitable themselves.
Yeah, like after teacher training, right?
Yeah. I just noticed that, in myself, that I started, see, here's the problem with passion. Sometimes you end up in a pool and you don't know how to swim.
Yeah.
But you're so passionate about it, you just
want it
flail
all.
around
Yeah.
for a while,
Yeah.
right? So after like taking on mentorship and training myself, it dawned on me that this might be really useful for people. So that's my current thing, is like mentoring new teachers for strategies for like how to develop a teaching schedule that supports your life and your time and your financial needs, and some basic marketing things that we are, as yoga people or movement people, are just not attuned to necessarily. And then all of the mindset things that need sparkled up a little bit.
Yeah, that a lot of us have and need to work on.
Yeah. Even practitioners, though, like I've started thinking about it in business terms, like I can kind of turn it back into watching the way that practitioners talk to themselves or think about their practice. Or,
Anything we didn't talk about that you'd like to share?
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
You're so easy to work with. You're so easy to talk to. You make this. You have had an impact, positive impact on my visibility. Thanks. So thank you for that.
Cool. Can I use that as a close?
Yeah.